Hi, welcome to Back to School Night. I am Miss Lee, and I am your child's kindergarten teacher. A little bit about myself is that I have been teaching for 23 years now. I started way back in 1997, I think. I've taught pretty much all the grades except for fifth. I started up high at sixth grade, and then I just kept working my way down. And really, I think for the last like 15 years, I've been right here in kindergarten or first grade. That's where I've been for quite some time. That's my love. I like these little guys. I have three kids of my own. My son is 18 and he's going to start his freshman year in college. But he'll be here, living here in his bedroom. And then I have a 16-year-old daughter, and she is a junior in high school. And then my baby is 12, and she is a seventh grader at middle school. And we are all here, virtual learning, virtual teaching, virtual learning. So I completely am getting where we are all at, except for mine are a lot older, so they really don't need my help. And actually, they probably really don't want my help. That's a little bit about me. The next slide I wanted to show is kind of all of our classroom contacts. I think most of us are on Dojo, so that's the easiest and best way. We also will do Seesaw, which I know we are aware of already, so check that daily. And then I also gave us our phone numbers for the school or my email address too. This is our schedule. I have this posted on our Kinder site also, but it kind of breaks down our day. So we have 2 live sessions, right? I do from 9 to 10, and then we take a little bit of a recess break. I kind of was thinking that you could do some of your independent work at that point, finish up our ELA independent work then, and take your recess, and then come back in at 10:40 and we'll start math. And we'll do math until about 11:30. And then they're pretty much on their own to finish up the remainder of the work for the day, eventually we are going to have to do iReady. So there will be some time you're going to need to get in and do iReady every day. And I'm eventually going to start doing some type of small groups. So that is going to be kind of at the end of the day, kind of right in there, maybe between 12:30 and 1:30, or I could even do it we'll kind of play with that, and I'll get your opinions on that. But that's kind of our schedule. The next thing is my classroom management, and this is where I know I've been teaching for 23 years, but I've never done virtual learning. Last spring we did it, but I already had a very good rapport with the kids. We'd already been in school for like 130 days. So I knew the kids, they knew me, they knew my expectations, I knew the parents. So that was a little bit different. This year, you don't know me at all. I don't know your child. So it's hard to build that trust that, when I look at you or when I ask you to do something, that they respond. So I just started this just today, if you noticed. I have our classroom management right here behind us. Everyone will start on green. I do something very similar in the classroom already, if we were in the classroom. So everyone starts on green. And then if you want to go up, not if you want to, if I catch you going up by following our WebEx expectations, you can go up to super student. Also, you can go back down if I catch you up on super student, but then all of a sudden I see you goofing around and you're not paying attention anymore, I can move you back down to you're ready to learn, but you're not quite super student. And then also I can move you down to think about it. That's kind of like a timeout. That means like, ooh, I caught you and you were off. You brought toys to class. You're not paying attention to me at all anymore. You're not participating at all. Maybe you're eating during class time. You're goofing around with your brother or your dog or something like that. So I'm trying to get it so that during our sessions that they're really focused in on me and participating with me. Normally in class, they would bring home, if they're up on super student, they would bring home a card to you that day so that you can go, oh my goodness, good job. So now you'll know, I'll let you know. And then at school, you would keep those 10 cards at home, or keep the cards. When you got 10, you would bring them back to me. And then there was a treasure box that they could go to and get treasures. Obviously, they can't come here to get treasures. I can't go to you to give them a treasure box. So right now, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. I'm asking, I guess, maybe for some ideas, some input. I have down here on the slide that maybe if you went and got 5 little toys from the Dollar Tree, the Target, nothing huge, just something small. Like literally in my treasure box are like packs of stickers, little bouncy balls, some small books. It is stuff from the dollar bins. Whatever I see that I think kids will like, I have it in there, and then they can pick something like that. So maybe we can do something like that. I can also offer them, like we can do like a lunch bunch. They can come and have lunch with me, virtual, obviously. We can have a lunch together, so we can have a chit chat, get to know each other a little bit more. I can have them, like in the classroom, I say it would take your shoes off day, and they could take their shoes off, but I think all of our shoes are off right now. Maybe if they wanted to sit on the couch or lay on the couch for their class that day, or not have to do the writing their letters. It could be something like that. Those are the kind of rewards that I can give. So maybe you and I, as your child is getting closer to 10, we can kind of figure out what it is that they're going to want, what is it that you can do, and what is it that I can do also for you. So that's kind of my management system right now. So that's in the works. That's brand new. I don't even know how that's going to go. Our home supplies, everyone seems to have done a really good job of keeping all of their supplies contained and together. They're ready when I have them say, take out your counters. They're ready for those. So have them in a nice, safe spot so that they are ready. We have the scissors. I think next week I have a couple activities that they're going to practice cutting. So just really make sure all of the supplies they're going to need are really close by. Be careful with our dry erase. I saw a lot of you go and buy the finer tip ones. I think that's a great idea. This is all the school gave you. But just make sure the caps are on, our glues are on tight, because once they run out, it's kind of on you to make sure that you restock those supplies. The pencils, make sure the pencils are sharpened, the crayons are in working order. So that part is on you at this point. So here is our WebEx expectations. I do wish that they use the restroom and have any type of snack, or their eating is done before we log in. Just like at school, we don't eat during class time. I would like them not to eat during learning time. Restrooms, I get it that you do have to go to the restroom, and I will let you go during class. I let you go. But I only have you for an hour and then another hour. So I really want that time. So if you can use the restrooms before or after, that would be great. The workspace, I understand that we have brothers and sisters all in class too. But if we can find a spot that is very quiet for them, a workspace, maybe even have the headphones or earbuds so they're not distracted by listening to other classrooms, right? That would kind of very much help them just focus in on me. I want them sitting in front of the camera, make sure the cameras are on. The microphones always need to be muted. If you want to say something, you can raise your hand. You can hold up your hand that I have. And I really just want their eyes on me. I know a lot of us moms are sitting kind of right here off to the side. At some point, I want you to start moving away. Your child needs to really work on listening to my directions, and they might have a consequence if they're not responding to me when I'm asking something for them. But I don't want them always relying on you to tell them what to do, when to do it, when to say it, what to write. They need to, I can ask them, I'm hoping the system will work. It does in class. So it's in class, they want to do well. They're going to really listen. I understand we're glitchy. I understand sometimes they're in and out and they're not hearing me right away. And I understand. I will totally have patience for that. So, but that's my WebEx expectations. Attendance is very important. I do take attendance every day. I report it to the school every day. That last one down there, if you're absent 3 times consecutively, the office will call without communication. Communicate through Dojo with me. Let the office know. Probably just let me know, and we're okay. But I really need them to be focused and ready. A lot of times in the morning I'm right as a mom, you're like, you got to go. We're busy. Hurry on, log in, get your shoes on, or not shoes, but get ready. And now they're just upset. You can tell they're upset. You're upset, but now they can't walk away from you. They're still right there. So maybe in the mornings, we just need to try and have a good morning. At school, they just come into school and now it's a whole different setup and everything's different and they're ready to focus for their day. But now we're still at home and I still remember all of these things that just went on 5 minutes before class started. So just kind of take that into consideration. Also, I want to go over what it is that we are going to be doing in our reading. We are going to learn all of our letters and all of our sounds. I do really want to hit on our sight words, our kinder sight words. Right now, we have A through H. We are working on list A right now. I would like by the end of September to have all of list A done. So as soon as your child knows list A, let me know through Dojo. I will test them. I will set up a private meeting. We will test them and they can start working on list B. As soon as they've mastered all of list B, let me know. And the sooner they can get through, then the sooner they will be ready to start reading. I'll be able to do more reading with them. This is kind of more on your own. We will go, 2 words a week, and that will get us through exactly where I want to. But if your child is already ready, go ahead and just keep going with them. I will give first grade words after we're done with all of our kinder words. I will do spelling on our words. Once they finish them all, I'll go back and have them spell them, do little spelling tests with them. So that's part of our reading. We will be doing CVC. I call it a consonant, vowel, consonant. I'll teach them going across this way. We have a consonant, a vowel, a consonant. We will be able to blend those. We'll be able to read those. These ones are just sight words. You cannot sound out these words. These are just something we have to just memorize. But our CVC words, we will be able to read. And then probably, really, as soon as they know all of these words, I can start giving them Raz Kids. And that will be in lieu of me having a reading group with them. They can do Raz Kids, which has books at their level. And it's another program online, and it works really, really well. I used that last year when we went on our distance learning, because that was when everyone started reading. We always start reading right around that December, January, February, March, somewhere in there. So that's kind of the goal still for this. So that Raz Kids might be something that you come up as soon as they're done with this. Our math, we've done math a lot. We have our Go Math workbooks. We've already finished chapter 1. We're doing chapter 2. We're talking about greater than, sets that are greater, sets that are, we'll start tomorrow. We'll start talking about less than. So we'll have those kind of words. And these are just with small numbers, but that will still carry over with bigger numbers. We're going to learn our numbers up to 30 for sure. More than likely, we're going to be up to 100, being able to write all the way up to 100. We will do some addition and some subtraction. I will be doing assessments at the end of each chapter. I have a little assessment. A lot of my assessments I am doing is just sight, watching them. I'm just observing them, seeing how they're doing. The district does do assessments, and we'll do like some one-on-one assessments so I can see exactly where they are. But they might be small group or they could be one-on-one, like I've already done with our language arts, right, last week, and our dibbles. So our homework, I'm calling it homework, independent work, however you want to say it. I do give assignments every single day. You have a math assignment and you have a language arts assignment every day. So please check our Google site on our assignment page daily, if not weekly, daily. I have a link down here, but it's also in, they have a little backpack. I made a video of their backpack, and I can show that later at the end if we have any questions. But check that Google site daily, so you know that they are staying up on all of their assignments, getting them turned into me, because I'm recording all of that. Also, it's okay if they come in at 10 o'clock. I know your kids aren't doing homework. Well, I hope their kids aren't doing homework at 10 o'clock. I understand that's kind of when you're finally settling down and able to send those pictures off to me. I'm okay. I just really want them done before the next day class. So that's all of their homework. Part of that homework, which I haven't really had yet, will be here, like this next slide. We will start doing our iReady. Kindergarten doesn't have to take the diagnostic until the end of September, so that will be coming up. And once they've taken that test, it will put them into a reading program, not reading, but a language arts program and a math program that's right at their level. So I do want 10 minutes every night. I put 20 minutes on here, but it's 10 minutes of math and 10 minutes of the language arts reading program. So that will be daily on top of all the other work. So the Seesaw will have there. I do want you to practice your sight words every day. And then also just read some books. I do want you reading every night with your kids or every day with your kids. That bedtime story, we still need to do that. So any books you have around the home, if you can read, it's good for them to hear you read what fluency sounds like. And then eventually they're going to start picking out their sight words, and then they might start reading to you, right? Fairly soon. So I would like to incorporate all of that throughout coming up very soon, very soon. The next slide I have is that this is new for all of us, right? Like I had said just a little bit earlier, I have been teaching forever, I feel like, but this is brand new. First year, I feel like a brand new teacher. I am starting something, and then I'm like, ugh, I didn't like that. That didn't work very well. I'm going to change that. I'm not going to do that. There's just so many challenges that are coming up, and I have to reevaluate, like, I don't know if that's going to work. So I'm always, if you see something, if you notice that something is not quite right, please just let me know. Send me a message. I do need a lot from you. Just really checking, what are the materials they need for the week. Make sure that they are ready. Make sure that you have everything ready for them. Make sure their assignments are getting turned in, plus then doing their homework too with them. So things that you could do to help your child at home, really, like I had said earlier, just give them a quiet space somewhere. I know you want them close by you. And if you have 3 kids, you kind of want them all close by so you can help if they need help. But eventually you're going to want to pull back a little bit. Make sure they're logged in, make sure their microphone's working, make sure their camera's working. I know we have a lot of issues with internet sometimes, and they can't see or they can't hear anymore. So they're definitely going to need your help there. But helping them, just telling them when to answer, telling them what to do, I'll take over that. And hopefully maybe this might help as well. Like they're going to want to earn that super student so that they can earn that reward of that lunch, or, a free assignment that they don't have to do, or like anything we can think of. So I can take on that role during our class. Your role will be doing homework. My role is really helping them during the class time. So I guess, and then also that last one, for sure, I want you to help them get out their pages, but I don't want you to do the work for them. Don't let them think, let them struggle a little bit to come up with the answer. But if you always give them the answer right away, they're not thinking, they're not learning it. They're just going to wait for you to give them the answer. So kind of just let them, give them a nice, good push, but don't give them the answers. So now I'm open for questions. Thank you.